Hi everyone, it's Hani here, and today I have a very bright tutorial prepared for you guys, inspired by our own lemon trees. I made lemon cookies. I'm surprised I haven't made these before because I absolutely adore lemons. I love the flavor and I use them every single day. So let's get started. First, you have to make the cookies and also prepare royal icing. I'm going to talk about different colors and consistencies you're going to need as we go into the tutorial, but let's talk about the cutter. Now I didn't have the lemon cutter, so I decided to make my own from this round cutter. I've done this many times with other cutters. You just need to use pliers and shape the cutter to a lemon shape. Now this was fairly simple because you just need to make it more oval and make these points at the end. Now this template is also available in my template shop, and to make the cookie cutter template I just print everything, or you can see I traced it because I have the cutter. So you would print it and tape the shipping tape over it and then cut it out, and you can use it to cut out cookies. This is my decorating template, so all my cookies look uniformed. I'm using X-Acto knife to cut out narrow slits in the cardstock. I'm not cutting through, so the template stays intact. And now we can start with the decorating finally. So here I'm using my template along with the edible marker, tracing the outline onto the cookie, and I'm gonna start with like a golden yellow. To decorate the lemon, we're going to use 3 shades of yellow and white and also mustard color. So I'm starting with this nice deep golden yellow, and all of the colors for the base should be 15-second consistency. We're going to marble or blend these together, so ideally you want to have them fluid enough so you can smooth them with a palette knife. And now I'm going to switch to a medium yellow, and I'm going to ice this section, just following the outline or the guide I made with the marker. This is a really easy design and it comes together really fast, and they're just so full of life, these lemon cookies. Yellow color, it's so smile evoking, right? So I hope you're smiling as you're watching this tutorial. And last color I'm going to add is white. This is for the highlight. And now I'm going to use my scribe to kind of see where there are any gaps, and then we can switch and we can use a palette knife. And I'm just going over the borders here. I want you to go vertically, I don't want you to go horizontal, so I want you to go in the same direction, okay? Blending it in. I don't want you to blend it so it's all the same color. We want to create some highlights in there so it looks kind of like a watercolor. And what's really forgiving about these lemon cookies is that they don't have to be super smooth on the top because lemon texture is kind of bumpy. But if you feel like you need to add more icing, feel free to add more icing if you see there are some maybe large dimples or something like that. And to finish this design off, we're going to add dots. And these dots, I don't want them to sink into my base, so I'm keeping my icing on a thicker side, about piping consistency around there, maybe 30-second consistency or something like that. And this color I achieved by mixing a little bit of ivory food coloring to my lemon yellow royal icing. Or if you don't have ivory, you can add just a touch of brown to get this mustard color. And I'm piping this onto the wet base, so it's partially sinking, but it's still staying above the surface. Now to make the leaves, I use this lovely cutter, and I cut out cookies. And we're going to use 2 shades of green to make the leaves. This is super simple, very doable. Again, this is 15-second consistency for both of the greens. You can make any green you'd like. If you have leaf green, you just need to make 2 shades of leaf green, or if you want to make it a little brighter, you can add a little bit of lemon yellow to it, or if you want to make it darker, maybe you have forest green, you can use forest green. So yeah, try to be creative and make the greens that you guys like. All right, and before the next one, let me remind you that you can also sign up or join my mailing list, and you'll receive updates about new tutorials, classes, products, and also reminders about live stream. Now in this next one, we're going to use lemon with a leaf. So I use my leaf cutter, I cut out the section, and then I attached a new leaf cookie cutter onto the lemon, and then you can bake it like that. And to decorate, we're going to use same template. I sped up the video slightly, so it's basically the same thing as in the previous section. Instead of icing the whole lemon, we're leaving the leaf section uniced. We'll do that with green icing. And the last icing I need to add is the white for the highlight in the middle, and then use your palette knife to blend the colors, and if needed you can add more icing in sections and then smooth it as a scribe. And now I'm coming in with that mustard colored royal icing, piping the dots. Now I'm going to do the leaf, the outer section first. We're going to let that crust for about 15 minutes, and then we can do the section opposite to that with lighter green. This way there is definition. All right, and the very last thing we have to do with this particular design is to outline the leaf. I felt like everything was kind of flat, so I wanted to raise the leaf a little bit, and outline will do just that. And for the outline, I'm using piping consistency royal icing. And we are ready for the last design, and that's the flower. I use this particular cutter to cut out my flowers. If you don't have this cutter, and I understand you probably don't have this cutter, you can use similar cutter or look at your star shape cutters if you can utilize that. And to decorate this flower, I'm using stiff royal icing, and I've got my piping bag fitted with a petal tip number 103. You can see that the narrow end of the piping tip is facing out and the fat end is facing in. And as I'm piping, I'm also turning the flower nail. And these are super fast to do, very fast. And I just love how these turned out because they add some interest to the whole design of my whole set of these lemon cookies. Now we're gonna have to let these dry, and once they dry, we can use some lemon edible paint with some clear Everclear, and I'm just going to add Everclear in the middle, and then add few dots of this lemon paint. Lemon paint I made by mixing lemon yellow food coloring with Everclear. Let that kind of dry for 5 minutes, and now to make the centers, I'm using yellow royal icing, piping consistency, and yellow nonpareils, lovely sprinkles. And that's how you guys can make these adorable lemon cookies. I think this is a super easy tutorial for beginners, so let me know if you try it, guys. I'd love to see how you create these, and send me pictures so I can share them with the live audience when we do lives on Wednesdays. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and a reminder, if you are new to my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified about my new uploads. And I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.